Artificial intelligence will not replace you, but those using artificial intelligence will definitely replace you. And that is true whether you are a data scientist, machine learning engineer, or a developer. In this tutorial, I'll explain to you how you can use ChatGPT to boost your productivity. Let's get started. So before you use ChatGPT, you need to get to this link, chat.openai.com/chat. I'll also provide the URL in the description of the video so that you can use. So you only need a Gmail account or an email address. Let's start with small queries. Let's ask ChatGPT to write how to remove duplicates from a list in Python. So this is my first request. So as you can see, it's providing all the information like to remove duplicate from a list in Python. And here is an example. In the example, ChatGPT wrote a function that returns list sets of list, which is straightforward. So we all know that using a set, this set does not allow duplicates in the list. And this is the simplest way of doing it. As a programmer, this is something that you can also think of to remove duplicate from your list. And it is also providing a different approach, which is the for loop approach. So we have both the set approach and the for loop approach, but I prefer this approach because in terms of optimization, it's more efficient. So not only ChatGPT can write Python code, but it can also provide answers to queries such as, SQL queries. Ask ChatGPT something like how to write a SQL query to find all the students with a master's degree at Texas Tech University. And this is my query, and let's see what ChatGPT is going to provide in terms of answer. As you can see here, we have select statements from and where statements. We have the select statement, which is selecting all the columns from the students table where degree is master and university is Texas Tech University. And this is exactly what I have requested. And not only we have the code, the SQL query, we also have all the explanation. This is like a documentation when you are reading a documentation where someone provides not only the code but also the explanation about how everything has been implemented, and that is what you can see here. We have a textual information provided by ChatGPT. Sometimes you might want to have the code from one language to another one. Let's say that you want to get the corresponding R code for this Python code which performs the product of two matrices. This is something that ChatGPT can also do. So let's run this request and see what the result might be. Here we have the equivalent R code for this Python function compute product. We have the compute product function, which is the products and of the matrix 1 and matrix 2, and this is exactly the R code that corresponds to this function. And not only we have the code, we also have an example. So ChatGPT is initiating two matrices, the first one and the second one, and here is the experimentation using those two matrices, matrix 1 and matrix 2. And here we have the print result. This is the product of the two matrices that has been provided to the compute product function. This is amazing, honestly. I don't know about you, but for someone who might be, let's say, trying to figure out how to convert a function from one programming language to another one, let's say you are not expert at all in the programming language that you're trying to explore. So this is something that can help you, and in a few seconds the result has been generated along with examples and also explanation. This is just powerful. In addition to performing those tasks, ChatGPT can also perform natural language processing tasks such as machine translation, sentiment analysis, and text classification. Let's explore some of them step by step. So imagine that I want ChatGPT to translate this sentence in French. My name is Zoumana, a data scientist and proactive content creator on Medium, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Let's run this text to ChatGPT. The translation is: Mon nom est Zoumana, je suis scientifique des données et un créateur de contenu proactif sur Medium, LinkedIn, YouTube, et Twitter. If you are a French speaker, as myself, I am a native French speaker, and this is accurate. This translation is really accurate. So let's move on to another example, which is sentiment classification. With sentiment classification, I have an example of prompt here. Let's ask ChatGPT to provide the underlying sentiment of each one of these sentences. So let's have a look at them. ChatGPT is doing what? It's taking each sentence and also telling the underlying sentiment. It's telling that I'm on my mission to make the world a better place is a positive sentiment, and this is a positive sentiment. Toxic substances such as carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide emitted from vehicles suck because they can create global warming. This is negative sentiment. The third sentence is I hate why ChatGPT is not available in Africa. This is negative sentiment. And the fourth, Africa has a lot of untapped potential. This is neutral to positive sentiment. This can be interpreted by someone as neutral and also positive, depending on how you understand the sentence. And this is in few seconds how we have understood and also identified the sentiment of those sentences. It's even possible to create a machine learning model using ChatGPT. The only thing we need to do is to provide as much information such as the programming language to use, the machine learning task that we want ChatGPT to perform, such as classification, regression, or clustering. So let's have a look at this example. Let's say that we want to perform this clustering analysis. So my prompt is I'm asking ChatGPT to please perform a hierarchical clustering on the Iris dataset. This is my machine learning task. I'm requesting for a hierarchical clustering using our programming language, and I also want you to show the graphical results of the final clusters generated. Let's give this one a shot. It's generating everything. Here is the code for performing hierarchical clustering on a Iris dataset. First of all, we load the ggplot, which is used to perform the graphical visualization using R. And also we have the then extend library, which is used to compute the hierarchical clustering and load the Iris datasets. Here we use the Iris dataset, and now we compute the hierarchical clustering using the hclust function. And this is the code that can be used to plot the dendrogram. The dendrogram is the kind of graphical visualization that can be used to identify the optimal number of clusters. And here we have the details provided by ChatGPT. So it says that this is going to produce the dendrogram showing the 3 clusters. In the Iris dataset, we have exactly 3 types of flowers. Let's copy this code and see what the result is going to be. Here is my R console, so let's copy paste here, and I have obtained the graphical visualization. So as you can see, we have the Iris dendrogram. In the dendrogram, we have all the information and also all the 3 clusters that has been generated by ChatGPT. We have the first cluster here in orange, the second one in green, and the third cluster in blue. This is definitely all the things that you can do with ChatGPT. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comment section what your experience has been with ChatGPT, and also provide some ideas that you want me to perform in my future content. So feel free to give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.